So those of us who don't come from winemaking background or winemaking culture, sometimes this kind of a story, this kind of a parable mightn't mean a whole lot to us. I remember hearing it explained to me how this parable works, which I think it's very, very beautiful and very helpful. Sometimes we see people trying to put a little bit of Jesus in their lives, and we even hear the expression, an owl bit of religion is good for you, or the owl bit of prayer sort of thing. And we make it seem like you can have a small bit of faith or a small bit of Jesus or a small bit of relationship with the Lord, and then everything else can kind of remain the same. But when we follow the Lord, actually, if we're going to follow him authentically, if we're going to follow him properly, every aspect of our life changes. Every aspect of our life changes. So you can imagine if you're at a football match or at a hurling match, and people are roaring abuse and shouting obscenities and using the Lord's name in vain all over the place. As a Catholic, then I can't do that. As a Catholic, I won't do that. I won't use the Lord's name when my county misses a point, right? Or when the ref makes a bad decision. I'm not going to shout abuse at him. Why? Because I'm a Catholic. Because the faith means something to me. Because I recognize the dignity even of a person I don't like. So the way I go to a match is different because of my faith. When I socialize, the way I drink is different because of my faith. I can't drink to excess and do all of the things that happen after that, getting into fights and arguments and all of that. The way I dress, the way I speak about people. Because I'm a person who follows the Lord, I should always aim to speak about the positive I see in someone, the virtue I see in someone, to affirm someone, to build someone up, rather than tearing someone down and say, did you see what they did? Did you see what they said? Oh my goodness, how embarrassing, how awful. Who do they think they are? They have notions, all this kind of thing that can happen. So it doesn't really work to have a bit of faith or a bit of religion and expect everything else to stay the same. It doesn't happen that way. The Lord here, he talks about a cloak, right? So a cloak is something external. So you wouldn't tear a bit of a new cloak to put it on an old one. Now, I don't know much about embroidery or knitting or clothes making, whatever the profession is called. I don't know much about it, but apparently the new piece will tear off. Don't ask me how or why, but apparently that was a thing. But the point is, though, that why would you tear a bit of a new cloth to put it on something old? If you already have a new one, just use the new one, right? So say we have a conversion experience, we discover the Lord. Why tear a kind of a bit off our religion and stick it onto our old life which was in need of change, in need of conversion? Why not just take the new cloak? Why not just be different? Why not just accept this great gift of our faith and put it on? So even externally, as I said, by the way we act, the way we dress, the way we drink, the way we socialize, the way we talk, all these things are actually different because of our faith, because of our love, because of our relationship with Jesus. And the same internally, interiorly. That's the wine being poured in. Interiorly we change. So rather than being filled with jealousy, anger, lack of forgiveness, lust, pride, whatever it may be, interiorly we change. So this life, this divine life is poured into us, and from the inside we change. We're different. This isn't to say now we're better than everyone, but we have this calling, this divine grace to be the best people that we can be, to be holy, to be affirming, to be loving, to be forgiving, to be gentle, but also to be courageous and stand up for the truth. But this all happens from inside, so you don't pour this new faith into your old way of life. It doesn't work, because there'll always be the struggle. My faith says I should live this way, but my passions say I should live that way, so I'll try and do a bit of both. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You end up kind of resenting your faith or rebelling against it, rather than just embracing it and watching how the Lord will reveal his plan for our happiness in our lives. And so we ask the good Lord today to renew our hearts and renew our faith, that we too may experience this new wine, this joyful life with the Lord, and that we may embrace his plan for our joy and for our call to live with him forever in heaven. Amen.